I didn't realise it wasn't streaming. I've been commentating to myself the last 10 minutes. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, we're back. Isn't too much going on since we have the safety car. 11 remain. P1, P3, Atari, P4, Aspect Claps, P5, Dummy, P6, Ichris P7, Iron Brown, P8 is TTV Rated, P9 Jamboy, P10 JR Morgan, and P11 Aston D. On board then with Diego, P1. He's made 11 places up since the start of the race. By the looks of it, is the only one yet to stop. That will definitely hinder him later on in the race. Let's see where he ends up. Meanwhile, MC Gamer as a strong favourite for the race win. AlphaTauri down at P9. Yet to catch up with the safety car after pitting. JR Morgan and Aston D6. MC Gamer has been awarded a 5-second penalty for collision with Aspect Claps. That will not be helpful in his bids to win the race. Seems gotten away cleanly as MC Gamer gets alongside and ahead of Diego. Ooh, and Diego's had a spin. He's been hit by one of the Aston Martins there. He will not be too happy. Everyone else seems to have gotten away cleanly as the two leaders are battling out. Ooh, and they've touched! Dummy is out of the race as he goes backwards into the gravel. Ooh, something doesn't seem too right about that engine. But he gets back and he is down plumb last. And that's another crash. That is AlphaTauri. And he has just crashed at the top of turn 13. Meanwhile, MC Gamer back in the lead. Behind him is Aspect Claps, followed by Chris Aston D next P4 after being lashed for a good portion of the race. To be rated right behind him, would overtake him heading towards turn 2. Alongside wheel to wheel, they both are, and he has gotten ahead of him heading into turn 2. That is TTV rated up into turn 3. Meanwhile, JR Morgan, trying to get past Aston Nix as well. But oh, and he's gone off and he's into the gravel trap. Ooh. And that leaves him down P7. Meanwhile, as the clubs jungle Terry Convoy has D and F the car. There's a sector 1 yellow flag. Seems no one has crashed, it must be a glitch. Team's pretty close here. iChristier. It's the battle for P2. iChristier, TV rated, and Aston D next. He has gotten past TV rated. He's trying to get him back. Ooh, and he almost hits him. Going a bit onto the gravel trap. See the Aston Martin of TV rated is trying to get past iChristier. Heading down into turn 2. Hopefully they keep it clean, but he just isn't quite close enough. Nix is going to try to get past him, and he's just too far back. That's the right aspect top's going for. He just about doesn't spin. Down in last place, P10. People still running. Harry, P10, not having the best race, I will say. Sure, he probably would have liked to be a bit higher. Ooh. And that is TV ready, heading into turn 2. Oh wait, heading into P2, and oh, and he's crashed into both of them, and Aston Nix has pushed them wide. Ooh, and they've... Wow, what is happening? Have they glitched into each other? Something is off, but it seems TV rated is back down to P4. It's gonna have the slipstream and DRS activated, heading down into turn 2. But iChristier gets back ahead of Aston Nix heading into turn 2. Three are back in the exact order they started as Aston Nix goes off. Oh, and he's crashed! Oh, he's crashed into the Aston Martin of TDB rated and Aston D Nix. That is quite a crash, and the safety car has been deployed. And they are both out of the race. Going just a bit too wide, and he's come off. It's right in front of him. That is not how we wanted the race to end, because there is TT rated at the side yet to be collected. That leaves only 8 left in the race and only 15 laps. It's been absolute carnage. MC Gamer coming as bits. Probably the perfect time. What tyre is he going on to? The hards, the softs, he's going on to the softs. So quite a slow stop. Oh, but he's actually saving up a 5-second time penalty. And get back going. Christian going into the pits. Everyone's headed into the pits. Putting a new front wing. Is the Ferrari. And the Red Bull of J.R. Morgan coming out. Tony last to come out of the pits. But he'll still be ahead of Terry on the older mediums. Yeah. Safety car still deployed. Oh, is that someone gone off? I thought I saw someone. Anyway, safety car. So, isn't really much. Your top 8 remaining. Gamer, Accuracy, Aspect Labs, Jeremy Morgan, Diego, Dummy, and Robert Terry. Everyone but Aspect Labs is almost a full battery. He's going to want to be saving that ERS a bit more for the restart. He wants to gain some positions back. Jay Morgan has stopped 3 times. Look at the detail. He is onto the mediums. Only MC Gamer and Orange Brown have gone onto the softs again, which means they're probably going to go onto the mediums later on in this. Try and push ahead for now. So yeah, penalties. 8-second time penalty for Orange Brown. 9-second penalty for MC Gamer. 9-second penalty for 3-second penalty for Aspect Clap. 3-second penalty for Jeremy Morgan. 3-second penalty for Domi. 6-second penalty for Ralph Terry. A 3-second penalty for Diego. The safety car is due to be in this lap, so let's watch out and see who can make up some positions on the Anyway, safety car in the slot. Probably, I assume. If it's not in this lap, it's definitely the next lap, so it tends to be in after 2 laps. You can't know. Anyway, it just takes a bit. Yes, the safety car is in. Orange, Brown ahead of. Christian trying to get past. Meanwhile, Aspect Labs also. They're almost 3 wide, but MC Gamer manages to stay ahead of a charging McLaren behind him. Aspect Labs trying to get him back. Heading into turn 3 is just a bit too far back. Heading into the hairpin of turn 5. He's probably going to still be too far back. Yes, he is. Meanwhile, MC Gamer trying to get back past Orange, Brown, and he heads ahead. Heading into turn 6, he seems to have made it stick by quite a fair margin. Ooh, and they've collided. The back dummy has collided with the back of Aspect Claps as we have another yellow flag. It's hard to know who exactly has crashed, but it leaves still 8 left, and everyone seems to have gotten away pretty clean. J.R. Morgan seems to be the one who must have spun because he's quite far down. Meanwhile, to end off the safety car out in lap, MC Gamer has gotten back ahead of Orange, Brown as there seems to have been a crash of some sort that we must have missed because J.R. Morgan is in for a 5th stop and Diego is in for a 2nd stop. After only 1 lap, yes, he does have damage and Diego as well. Meanwhile, back on track, just ahead of turn 4. They're all really close. The Dummy, Aspect Claps, Christian. They're just not all close enough at the moment, by the looks of it. Dummy is almost alongside. He could have crashed. He was lucky not to crash into him. and going around the outside. That was probably never going to happen. We had nowhere else to go. It's looking like, oh, and that's orange, green, brown. Oh, he's gone off. He's gone off, and he's almost crashed in to the front wing of Aspect Claps as they both go in for another pit stop. Leaves iChristu in P2 and Dummy P3. Terry up into P4. He's been on those mediums ever since he crashed on that. No, he's been quite far back. Hard to know. Don't have any replays. Meanwhile, Orange, Green, Brown looking like he will come out. Obviously ahead. Yeah, ahead of Diego. But we're on as we head to Diego there. You can see that J.R. Morgan has just gotten ahead of him into the penultimate corner. Can he get him? Heading down into turn 2. He's going to be a bit too far back by the looks of it, but you never know. These cars aren't exactly like the real one. No. By the looks of it, he cannot. We look at Dummy on board with him. Can he get past iChristu? Taking a bit of grass, heading in to the last part, the last section of the track. Down the main straight. It's going to have DRS activated. It's going to have overtake mode activated as well. Ooh, it's looking like it's going to be a pretty easy pass. They're alongside, heading into turn 2. Ooh, and they do collide, but iChristu just about somehow manages to stay ahead. But Dommy's still right there, heading into turn 3. The very fast left-hander of turn 3, and the fast right-hander. Heading in to turn 5. He's just still there. He'll have to wait for the next main straight. 7 seems right on board. 8, 9, turn 10. Very tricky, they don't spin there. 11 and 12. Just gonna want to wait for him to make a mistake. He's gonna really want to get close, heading into the final section. It'd be hard to know if he'll get him, since he looked certain he was going to get him the last time round. You can see where he will be in P2, heading into turn 2. He's alongside, and he's ahead. And yes, he has made the move stick, and that was a pretty easy move. He can now push on his mediums. See if he can try catch up to MC Gamer. Just coming up to that Aspect Claps. Speaking of Aspect Claps, he's going to be unlocked down. Miles is off Diego. He's coming up the back of Orange, Blue and Brown. Can he get him on the straight? Will he be too far back? So got overtake button activated. What can he do to get past him? Not much. All you have to do is place the car on the right spot. And he's ahead, heading into turn 2. Well, having a pretty quiet race. He's still on those mediums. He's going to push them to the end. Or will he go into the softs near the end? Let's see. Could have a lap. Because no one else seems to do. Say that Diego is pushing a very slow looking Aston Martin of Orange, Green, Brown. Will he get him though? We'll have to see. Down into that chicane. Final chicane. Oh, as we have a yellow flag in sector 1. Can't really see who it might be. Doesn't seem to be anyone. It's probably just Aspect Claps going slow to let MC Gamer pass. Speaking of MC Gamer, he's having a pretty quiet race. He was on pole on the mediums by like over half, over almost a full second, and he's pretty much led this race the whole time. I mean, he was behind for a bit during the safety car, but he had track position on it when he JC Morgan, meanwhile, has been handed a 2-second time penalty for speeding track limits. Coming out of turn 5 there, with Orange, Boom, Brown and Diego still battling out for P6. Into that really sharp, fast left-hander. This is a really tricky part. You don't want to spin here, heading up to the chicane. Might be a bit too far back, obviously here. But can he get him on the straight, or can he even get him in the next couple of corners coming up? Let's find out now as we are riding on board with the Ferrari of Diego. Oh, he's gone a bit wide and he's probably going to be too far back unless he can make a miracle work here. Probably not. He's going to have full ERS activated, but all of his ERS is going to be gone, so if he can keep that position after just getting past him there, see, will he be able to keep it now that Orange, Green, Brown has 4 times more battery left than him? He's going to have to start saving that because he's been spending it all on keeping up with him and overtaking him, so we'll have to see now if Orange, Green, Brown can get past him within the coming laps. Still in 8th place, winning his own race. Not really doing much. Nowhere near anyone else. He's 32 seconds. Yep. We need this battle here between J.R. Morgan and Diego and Orange, Green, Brown. Heading into the final part of the sector. Going down the main straight now. What can he do to get past him with all that ERS? He's not using the overtake button by the looks of it, so unlikely he'll get past. Will he close up? Will he close up to him? Will he be just there to get past him in 3? Going on board with Diego. So only have 8% left in the tank. I'll go back. I'm inserting it in the fuel tank. And using a small bit of overtake button, just the estimate of I'm just trying to get that little bit more speed in the exit of low speed corners like that. Yeah. You know what, at the top, it's looking really cute. Heading down into the final chicane, just before the last bit of the sector, heading into sector 3. Will he be able to go? He seems a bit closer on this occasion, only 7/10 as Aspect Collapse has retired car. And Rapatari is heading into the pits as he goes onto the gravel track. Going slow. They're both on the same lap old medium compound of tyres, which means it's really a case of skill and who is saving that ERS the most. But he goes a bit wide, he's had to correct it a bit, and he's still 4/10 separate them, but now in the corners he did lose a bit of time, so it looks like he will get past him. He seems close enough. When he's using all of that ERS, heading into the lead, but Dummy gets ahead of him. What can he do into turn 3? sorry. 2, 4, 5. Hairpin of turn 6. You just can't get past him. Dommy leads, followed by Ichris Q, MC Gamer, Terry, Jerry Morgan, Diego, and Orange Broom Brown. It's looking likely that these two up front will stop again, and that's pretty much it. I don't really see anyone else. Oh, forget, scrap what I said there. Jerry Morgan and Diego probably again. Not sure about Orange Brown Brown since there's 6 laps over. It could go to the end. Would you go on to the stuff at the end and maybe snatch that fastest lap of the race? As I was right, Dummy heads into the pits. He wants to get ahead of him. He wants to get the undercut done. Heading into the pits and right back out. He's going to want to push really hard because Ichris is definitely going to want to hit this lap and he's going to want to push really hard, but he comes out P3. Yeah, no one else is behind him. As Ralph Terry takes the fastest lap of the incident. Meanwhile, on board with Dummy. And he's take a few purples in the sector 2 and 3 with those fresh softs. He obviously won't be able to go the fast lap since he's only on an out lap. But what can he do to get ahead of Ichris? It's looking likely he will get ahead already. He's going faster with those fresh softs. Looking like pretty solid. He's gonna want to push because he doesn't, he's gonna lose that sweet trapped position. Popped out as MC Gamer. 7/10 of a second takes the fastest lap of the race. By the looks of it, Ichris Q isn't pitting. He's gonna try and go to the end on those tires. He knows he probably won't be able to stay ahead of MC Gamer. But is he gonna try and do what? Verstappen failed to do in Spain a few months ago? Or will it fail miserably? There seems to be... Oh, that's Orange Brown Brown. He seems to have spun. Oh, and he's lost his front wing. He's going to have to crawl back to the pits unless he retires. Virtual safety car has been deployed. This would be a perfect time for Ichris to hit instead of going slowly. But then again, it could be a good time since they wouldn't be closing up and that would be less laps. There'll be less stuff. Donnie would have to catch up with him. Drive-through penalty for Ralph Atari for speeding under virtual safety car conditions. We'll send him plummeting down as we look at him now, heading into the pits. Drive-through penalty, I don't know where he'll end up. Probably stopping for. Ichris still in 15-second time penalty, so when the penalties are added, we don't know where he will go. Looking at him. Right. Oh, and he's gone wide. He's gone slightly onto the gravel. corner. Heading down into turn 2. MC Gamer is coming up in only 4 seconds behind. 3 laps left. It looks like it could be heading down into the last 3 laps. It could be a good battle for the lead, or you know, the striking distance is looking like 1 lap. But still, some of our hopes for a good closing few laps. Looking at Orange, Green, Brown down plumb last. He had to stop again. He's onto the medium covered tyres. He didn't have any soft tyres remaining after all those stops, so he's onto the fresh mediums. He probably is just going to try and get to the end. Diego. Diego. 6. Jerry Morgan. Tommy P3. MC Gamer and Electricity. Yes, so it looks like by the end of the lap, by the end of this lap, it should be pretty close unless one of them makes a mistake. I'm just gonna have the broadcasting camera see a bit more, so you see how they close up as Dummy takes the fastest lap of a 1:16. 8 tenths separate them. It looks definitely by the end of the lap now that MC Gamer will get past, unless they do crash like many other drivers have today, like the likes of TVD Raiders. Looking close. Oh, we could get him heading into the chicane. What's he gonna do? Can he get past him? Ooh, when he's pushed him a bit wide, but that makes... Oh, and he hasn't! He's still there! They are both alongside. As MC Gamer is just gotten ahead. And he looks like ahead, but can he stay ahead as he will not have DRS? DRS has been activated for iChris heading into turn 2. He's going to be ahead, and iChris heads into the lead. Can MC Gamer get him back heading into the chicane? It looks likely, unless they crash. Oh, and he's pushed him. He's pushed him a bit wide. They've touched wheels, and they've somehow not ended both their races. Very close, 2 tenths separate these leaders. The fresh softs, MC Gamer, and the old mediums is iChris. Those tires are going to start going off, so we don't know if they're still optimal race speeds as they go alongside, and he's just gotten ahead, and iChris almost spins, but okay, he has 37% battery, so he's going to be able to deploy all that battery heading down the straight. Will he be close enough? That is the question. DRS activated. Overtake button enabled. If he gets him by the end of the straight, this will define whether he wins the race or not. And it looks like MC Gamer stays ahead. That was a brilliant battle for the lead. Very entertaining. Seems like he'll just have to settle for P2. Harry is going to try and defend from J.R. Morgan heading into the final chicane as we have... Oh, Dummy! He has spun. And he has lost his front wing. He's going to have to crawl back to the race, to the start. Oh, and he spun again. Yes, that does not look good for Dummy. He was doing so well the entire race. He was ahead by Christu, but just wasn't his day by the looks of it. Meanwhile, J.R. Morgan alongside, heading into turn 2, and they've touched, and J.R. Morgan has had to back off. But can he get him heading into the chicane? This high-speed chicane, but no, he's just too far back. Going around the outside, up into the hairpin of turn 5. He's been pushed off, and they've made contact. Very close. Heading into these next set of corners. It's going to be a battle for P4, and they've both almost ended their races in two unrelated ways, going off wide, one of them almost spinning, and it seems Ralph Watari will stay ahead unless J.R. Morgan makes a giant lunge down the inside. It looks unlikely, so probably won't. But it looks about a touch. And if he had one more lap, I'm sure he probably would have gotten ahead of him. Down to the line, it just looks like he will take him. Anyway, MC Gamer wins this practice race. It was a good race for everyone, I have to say. Even though most would have retired in me. Only seven were left at the end. But overall, the end, the battle for the lead, the second last lap, was probably the highlight of the race. Good race for everyone today. And then, I don't know when the next race is, so for me, that's all I have today. Yes. For now, see us. MC Gamer wins, and I kissed you, and then we see us.